أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري يسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So I can see that last week you were absent on Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so you did get to do... I see mostly you were absent on Friday. What's the reason? Is it a coincidence or the reason?
I think it's a coincidence. Because I think I came last week.
Okay. So you can see right now I'm going to give me 1 second. Let me just... Okay, I don't know why my screen's not sharing. Second, I thought I was sharing. I'll share again. Okay, I didn't press the button. That's okay. All right, so I was just checking this. So we were in Surah Ma'idah chapter 503 is the one that you need to read. Okay. You can read 103, inshallah. Haika?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما جعل الله من بحيرة ولا سائبات ولا وسيلة ولا هام ولكن الذين كفروا يفترون على الله الكذب وأكثرهم لا يعقلون.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Ma not. Ja'ala has made. Ja'ala is has been made. Allah, Allah min of ba. What is it? Okay. Bahiratan. Bahirati is a bahira. Wa and la not saiba. Saiba. Wa and la not wasilatin. A wasila. Wa and la not ham. A hami. Bala. Wa and lakin. But. Allazina, those who kafaru, disbelief, yafturuna, they invent Allah against Allah, al-kazib, the lie. Wa aktharuhum wa, and akthar is most, whom of them, la do not, ya'akilun, use reason. Ya'akilun, use their akal, or you can say use reason. Okay, you can read the translation, Haika?
Allah has not appointed Bahia or Saiba, Wasal or Ham. But those who disbelieve invent falsehood about Allah, and most of them do not reason.
Yes. So let's see what the invention was about these characters. Let me see. We got Tafsir. All right. And the meaning of Bahira, Sa'iba, Wasila, and Ham. Al-Bukhari recorded that Sa'id ibn al-Musayyah said the... Oh, sorry. The Bahir is a female camel whose milk was spared for the idols and no one was allowed to milk it. The Saba is the female camel let loose for free pasture for the idols and nothing was allowed to be carried on it. And Abu Hurairah said that Messenger Allah said, um, pulling is it behind him to the okay of Saiban for the Wasila. It is a female camel set free for the idols. Were to a she camel, first Raven, then another she camel, second Raven, they used to set camels free. It gave birth to two female without. Okay, that was just their different, you can say, perception of the female camel and how they would use it for idols. And they had a whole story behind it, how those camels were. And what else? Yeah, this is a camel. Anyway, the last part should be how it's designated. Okay. Yeah, they would just follow their parents, forefathers, what they did. They say enough for us, and that we have found our forefathers following. So of course they were following what their forefathers were doing, and these were she camels, and they were used for um, idols. They used to worship, and when they were given the invitation not to do that, they would say we found our forefathers doing that. Okay, where is the where's the sharing of the screen? Oh, there it is. All right. So we say Allah has not appointed such innovations, categories of particular camels which were dedicated to the idols and set free for pasture liberation from the service of men. Those who believe invent falsehood about Allah. Those who disbelieve invent falsehood about Allah, and most of them do not reason. Innovations, okay. So I'm going to post the homework here. Oops, sorry. Wrong reuse post. So that we have almost everything that we need. Oh, I'm picking the wrong all the time. Anyways, let's do this. 103. Surah Maida, 103. That's what we did. Yeah. 103. Ask us as they went to disbelief. What happened to the previous people asking such questions? 102. When previous people asked such questions, they became disbelievers. That was the answer, right? And this one, what were the innovation is invention, like what they made by themselves. That we call bidda, right? Innovations innovations. What were the innovations of disbelievers? Okay. Disbelievers. What were the innovations of disbelievers in this ayah? Okay. What were the innovations of disbelievers in this ayah? Okay, so I signed it. And the answer is going to be the disbelievers, those who even falsehood about Allah, yeah, invented or innovated uh, categories of camels which were dedicated to the idols and set free for pastures, liberated from the service of man. Particular animals which were dedicated to the idols. That's enough. Okay. So what was the innovation? Disbelievers, they appointed Bahira, Saiba, and Basira as these the particular camels dedicated to the idols. Do you get it? So you will say the innovations of Bahir. I did not write the names, but you write it in your answer. Innovations of Bahira, Saiba, because this is in the Quran, and Wasila, okay, was that these were she camels dedicated to the particular camels. They were she camels actually, dedicated to the idols. So this was the innovation. I'll keep this on as well so you can see. All right. Write the answer. Let me know when you're done.
Can you just say it one more time, please?
What were the innovations? The innovations were the appointment. Oh, the innovations were that they appointed Bahira, Sahiba, and Wasila as as um, particular she camels which were dedicated to the idols. Okay, Asma, you're late today. Assalamu alaikum. Yes. So we did today Surah Maida, even though I started at 10. So why are you late today?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so even because everyone's coming at 9, 9:15, 9:20, so what I do, you do your own, I do the assembly, whoever comes first, and then take your attendance, and you can start IXL. So because everyone is here around 10, so I started at 10. Okay? Just to make sure everyone is here, someone's having no login problem and anything. So instead of 9:30 or 9:20, it's a little later, so everyone is here. But this is too late. 10:30 is very late. 10:23 we have over here.
Teacher,
Anyway,
I
so
know, is this fine, teacher? The innovations were the appointed Baria and Sahiba as particular camels.
as yeah, particular camels, particular you can write she camels. Those specific she camels. Particular, and then you
The
write
she
S
camels is
H.
spelled just SHE, or
Sorry.
how she spelled in camels?
So you write particular, and then you write SHE, and then she, and then you do a hyphen, and then camels, which were dedicated to the idols. So they weren't used for human use. They just dedicated them to for the idols, and they just invented this thing. So it was just an invention of the disbelievers. when they were told not to do that, they would say that we saw our forefathers doing it. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to tell us a lot of things we do as a custom and tradition, and they're just useless and senseless things. We see it in today's society as well. A lot of things that people do, and just because their forefathers and their ancestors were doing it, they just do it without any reason. I think there was a novel that got a Nobel Prize, and that was Kite Killer. Have you read that? No, Kite Runner. I think students of grade 8 and high school, I think they read that.
Done.
Kite Runner. Okay, done. And that's a novel that got Nobel Prize. And one of the very famous written by book. It was written by Muslim writer. Yeah, I don't remember the name, but the story behind was it was so silly that the people would gather every year, and then one person would be stoned to death without any reason. And that was like the whole novel was about that people follow their traditions, and they just do it for no reason, just because their ancestors were doing it. That's how people sometimes you know follow their traditions. It doesn't have any sense, any clue, anything, but they just do it because. And if you tell them that why you're doing this, there's no use, and they will say, oh, we found our ancestors doing it. So this ayah shows what people even do today. So Allah is saying He has not appointed these innovations of Bahira or Saiban or Wasila as she camels. But those who disbelieve invent falsehood about Allah, like they're thinking they're dedicating to their God, you know, and most of them do not reason, like they don't use their aqal. Wa aksaruhum la ya'qilun, do not have aqal. Okay, let me see what you, Asma, you can write the answer. I explained it to you as well. And I have two comments. Okay. Um, the innovations were the appointed. These were the innovations. Let's see what the question is. Let me see. Did I? Yeah. So answer complete. Write the complete answer. Both of you have, you know, were the were that they appointed, were that they appoint the disbelievers appointed. You can say in other words, appointed Bahiriya Saiba and as particular she camels. Yes. To as because it has to do some bit there, right? Uh, dedicated to the idols, which were dedicated to the idols. Okay. Why? Because when you will say that they were dedicated to the idols, idols were the statues they used to worship, right? Dedicated to the idols will show that they are doing something religious, right? Like we're dedicated to the idols, so they kind of worship. But Allah is saying that He did not appoint anything like that. It's just invention of their inventions, and they're not using their akal. When they're told, they would say, we saw our ancestors seeing it, doing it. Okay. So Haika and Asma both corrected. You just wrote the names. Bahriya Saiba. So what? These were innovations for what? It doesn't tell that these were she camels and they're dedicated to their gods or idols. You know, you have to write. So you have to do grade 7 to 8 kind of work. Write in 2, 3 sentences, complete answer. Okay. The innovations were the disbelievers appointed. All these three names, she camel, they were she camels dedicated to the idol. So they were not using it as for their own use, but they were just dedicated to show that these are innovations. We should call bidda. They just invented this in their religion. So that's why they are disbelievers. That's what people do. They start copying maybe something religious. It has nothing to do with religion. The innovations are the bidda. So both of you corrected. Make it complete sentences.
What's the answer?
So you would say the innovation, the bidda. What was the bidda? The name of the she camels, right? Bahya, or Saiban, Wasila. So you would write they were she camels dedicated for the worship of idols. They're thinking bidda is innovation, invention, and they do that in the name of worshipping, religious. It is religious work. It is religious activity. That's how they make it. That's why it's called bidda or innovations. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is clarifying here that this is not from Allah. Allah has not appointed these innovations. And those who disbelieve invent falsehood about Allah, and most of them do not reason have no reason. Okay, let me see. Okay, the innovations were the appointed. Yeah, I mean, she camels dedicated for the idols. Haika, dedicated for the idols. Dedicating
Where do
she
you want me
camels.
to put that as?
Yeah.
Where do you want me to write that?
As particular she camels dedicated
Dedicated to the idol?
dedicated, right, to the idols. Yeah. So that's how it becomes religious. Like if they're doing something for idols and they're worshiping, so that is innovation. Innovation is not just invention that they're she camels, but what about the she camels? They're dedicating it to the worship of their idols. It has to be something to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He Allah has not appointed them. Okay. Uh, Asma, D has to be small. There's not two sentences. These were the innovations, Bahrain, Saba, and dedicating she camels. Okay. The innovations were were they appointed Bahra Sai as particular she camel dedicated to the idol. That's fine. Okay, the Haika were the appointed. What the no they appointed or the disbelievers appointed. They people appointed, right?
Sorry?
The innovations were they appointed.
Okay.
And then and dedicated to the idols.
Yeah, I wrote that. Is there anything else I need to write?
Idols, dedicated to the idols. Asma, the D has to be small. It's not a dedicating. Why is D capital? Okay, good. Aika, you good? Okay. So these were the inventions, but how would you know what is what, right? So the three names, Bahariya, because written in the Quran as a translation, so we would use that word, Bahariya, Saiban. You missed another one. There was another one, right? There were three. There were three different names as Haika. Bahariya, Saiba, and or. You know, it was like here. Where is it? So it's Bahira or Saiban or Vasila. Or there were actually four. Wasila or Ham. So you've missed the names. Haika, Bahira, Saiban. See, the names are mentioned in the word. That's why I'm saying to mention it. You over here, you see it? The names are mentioned. Look. Bahira, Saiba, Wasila, and Ham. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are four names.
Done.
Okay. Yes, very good. Perfect. Haika has done that. Very good. You can do the previous one. Asma, please correct yours as well. Okay. Try to make complete sentences. I don't want just the answer. I want in a complete sentence. So Asma, you would say the innovations were the appointed Bahira, Saiban, Vasila, and or Hem. These four names are mentioned in the ayah that we did, right? So we have to write them. And what were there? By the tafsir, we found that they were particular she camels, and they were, there was a whole story behind how they chose those she camels. We don't have to write that. They were particular she camels dedicated to the idols. That's why it's innovation. They have dedicated to the worship of idols. That's how it becomes religious. You invent something and then you say um it's a religious thing. When Allah says He has not appointed all these things, they are not using their aql. Wala ya'qilun, and they do not have reason or have aql. Asma, let me know when you're done. Haika, you can remove the previous ones. You don't have to. I was writing as a comment, and you can edit. There's an option of edit, so you don't have to write it again. You can just edit. Haika, you can remove your previous one. Asma, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So correct it. Dedicating YD capital. It's not a complete sentence then. Write all the four names you have, okay? And they were dedicating these she camels. That would make sense too, dedicating these she camels, but D has to be small. Let me know when you're done. Haika, please remove the previous listing. Abdullah, are you done? Haika, you can remove the previous listing. Previous comment, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, and Asma, dedicating D has to be small. You haven't edited your comment, Asma. Okay, Abdullah, when you're done, write in the comment you're done. Okay, and I'll stop sharing. And Okay, Abdullah, when you're done, then let me know. I'm going to stop sharing so you can share your screen for iExcel. What's wrong? It's not giving an option of sharing. Okay, so I've stopped sharing, and now Haika, Asma, you can share your screen for iExcel. Okay, English, Maths, and Science. Whereas Abdullah, once you're done, write in the chat you're done, and then start sharing your screen for iExcel. Okay, inshallah. That clear with everyone? Haika and Asma, share your screen for iExcel. And Abdullah, when you're done, you share your screen as well, okay? Asma and Haika, share your screen. Jazakallah.
Here.
Okay, so it's 12:07, mashallah. You guys are working. I just wanted to. It's about time for the Quran class, right? It's 12 o'clock. Quran Islamic Studies. And I see that Haika is joining, so she's having internet problems. Abdullah probably is.
Oh, wait, the Quran class is now?
It's 12 to 1, right?
Oh, right. Your guys' times changed.
Oh, that's why. That's why you came late.
Okay. Wait,
You
one
thought you're coming at
second.
9:30, but actually came at 10:30. And I was saying, what happened today for Asma?
Sister Saba, actually,
Assalamu alaikum.
Asma, our iftar time is 7 o'clock, and that is 8 o'clock. That is 10 o'clock. That is, yes, 10 o'clock. Our iftar time is 10 o'clock Canadian time.
Oh, that's why she came after iftari.
Yeah, yeah. After
That's okay.
iftar.
That's okay. Yeah, after iftar. That's fine. So, of course, she has to break her fast. That's more important. So, because it's
Mm-hmm.
IXL and they can do at their own pace as well. So, she can come at
Mm-hmm.
10:30, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
11 at 12. Okay. So, you want to do the Quran class at 12? Is that okay?
No, it's okay. To now, I can take the Quran class now. Mm,
Yes, that's fine. Islamic,
It's
yeah,
okay.
Quran Islamic studies. Yeah, you can do now because Haika and Abdullah they came early. I think Abdullah was here at 9:10 or something. So for them it's a
Okay.
long day then.
Mm-hmm.
Inshallah,
Okay.
that's okay. Our times have changed as well, and that's okay. So you everyone, Abdullah, Haika, I think she's having internet problem because it says joining and it means that some I think there's internet issues. But you can start the class, inshallah. Okay.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hi, Abdullah. Are you here?
Yes.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. And Sister Saba, I couldn't
Yes.
open the Quran from online classes. You see, when I open it,
Yes.
what does it say? You see, it says, please contact our support team for further assistance.
Okay. So which
Account suspended, they say.
Okay, and where is the link?
Can you open it?
Yes, which one are you clicking on?
Islamic Studies, grade 1 to 12.
Okay, let me check from my side. Give me 1 second. Let's go to the home page and then resources. And then you're saying Islamic Studies grade 1 to 12. Okay, so I see sometimes, even last time it happened like this. So for now, I leave this link to see if it works later or not. I will remove it if it still doesn't work. But you can see the Islamic Studies book I also have in PDF form opened.
Okay.
These books are here. So I put in two ways. So even if you click on the boxes and all the grades are there. So you can even teach from the the PDF which is on.
Yes, I can open Islamic Studies, but not Quran. I can open the Islamic Studies. It's okay,
Okay.
but
Quran you
not
can take
Quran.
from the
It's
colored
okay.
one, word to word
I have
Quran. You can.
Quran on my mobile. I have Quran.
Yeah.
I can open this one. I can open this one.
Yeah, that's
There is
fine. And
Holy Quran.
all everything is the same, right? Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
everything
Quran
is
from
same.
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
inshallah,
okay.
no problem. Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Yes, Abdullah, can you read it? Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Yes, Abdullah, can you read it? Yes, Abdullah. Alif Lam. Okay. Okay. Can you read it? Can you read it? Allah la ilaha. نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه وأنزل التوراة والإنجيل. Okay. من قبل هدى للناس وأنزل الفرقان. إن الذين كفروا. Can you try by yourself? بآيات الله لهم عذاب شديد. Okay, read it. والله عزيز ذو انتقام. والله عزيز ذو انتقام. إن الله لا يخفى عليه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء. هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء. لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء. لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم. Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay, Asma, can you come here? Can you read?
Oh, okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان
الرجيم. الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون هو الذي خلقكم من طين ثم قضى أجلا وأجل مسمى عنده ثم أنتم تمترون وهو الله في السماوات وفي الأرض يعلم سركم وجهركم ويعلم ما تكسبون وما تأتيهم من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين فقد كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فسوف يأتيهم أنباء ما كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا من قبلهم من قرن مكناهم في الأرض ما لا نمكن لكم وأرسلنا السماء عليهم مدرارا وجعلنا الأنهار تجري من تحتهم فأهلكناهم بذنوبهم وأنشأنا من بعدهم قرنا آخرين ولو نزلنا عليك كتابا في قرطاس فلمسوه بأيديهم لقال الذين كفروا إن هذا سحر مبين وقالوا لولا أنزل عليه ملك ولو أنزلنا ملكا لقضي الأمر ثم لا ينظر ولو جعلناه ملكا لجعلناه رجلا وللبسنا عليهم ما يلبسون ولقد استهزئ برسل من قبلك فحاق بالذين سخروا منهم وما كانوا به يستهزئون قل سيروا في ثم انظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين قل لمن ما في السماوات والأرض قل الله كتب على نفس الرحمة ليجمعنكم إلى يوم القيامة لا ريب فيه الذي خسروا أنفسهم فهم لا يؤمنون وله ما سكن في الليل والنهار وهو السميع العليم. Oh, stop.
Okay. Mm, okay. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. Okay, Haika, can you read from here? Haika, can you read?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أغير الله أتخذ وليا فطير السماوات والأرض وهو
Samawati.
يطعم ولا يطعم.
Fatir. You said Fatir, not Fatir. Fatir. Fatir is Samawati.
Okay. يطعم
Okay, Haika.
قل إني أمرت أن أكون
أن أكون أول من أسلم.
أول من أسلم ولا تكونن من المشركين قل إني أخاف إن عصيت ربي عذاب يوم عظيم من يصرف عنه يومئذ فقد رحمته وذلك
رحمته فقد
الفوز
رحمته
المبين.
فقد رحمته وذلك الفوز المبين.
وإن يمسسك الله بضر فلا كاشف له إلا هو وإن يمسسك بخير
وهو
فهو
على كل
على
شيء
كل شيء
قدير.
قدير
مهم.
وهو القاهر فوق عباده وهو الحكيم الخبير قل أي شيء أكبر شهادة قل لله
قل الله قل الله
الله شهيد بيني وبينكم وأوهي إلا
إلي وأوحي إلي
هذا القرآن لينذركم به
لأنذركم به ومن بلغ أثناكم لتشهدون أن مع الله آلهة. Yes, Haika. أن مع الله آلهة أخرى. Yes, Haika, are you here?
أن مع الله آلهة بريء مما تشركون
قل لا أشهد قل إنما هو إله واحد وإنني بريء مما تشركون. Can you read from here? قل لا أشهد.
I
Can you
just read
read?
that.
No, this one. قل لا أشهد.
Where?
When I correct your mistake, then you should repeat it. Try to repeat it. I will tell you from here. From here. قل لا أشهد.
قل لا أشهد قل إنما هو إله واحد وإنني بريء مما تشركون.
Okay. Okay. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. Now we'll open Islamic Studies. We'll open grade 10. Didn't we complete the book? Didn't? How much is left? General summary is this. Islam and the world of science. What is this? The two drinks and drugs. The two Ds, drinks and drugs. Just a minute. Yeah, Tawaf and Itikaf. We were about to read it. Tawaf and Itikaf. Okay, Haika, can you read? Abdullah, can you read it? Abdullah, Abdullah, I cannot hear you when you speak. Your mic doesn't work well. You, I cannot hear you when you speak. Your mic is not good. Can you read Tawaf and Itikaf? Salatul Tarawih and Qiyam Ramadan. Scholars are generally agreed that Qiyam Ramadan means Salatul Tarawih. This prayer is also called Qiyamul Layl or Salatul Layl. Yes, Abdullah, can you read the term Tarawih? Okay, Abdullah, I cannot hear you. Haika, can you read it? Because I cannot hear Abdullah. Haika,
Abdullah,
can you
speak.
read it? Yes, the term Tarawih.
The term
Tarawih.
Tawhid is an Arabic Tarawih is an Arabic word. It is the plural form of the term Tawhid,
Which
which
means
means a pause for rest. It is derived from Rah, which denotes the act of taking. The word
Tarawih
Tarahi
seems to have been
Tarawih
given to this prayer because
given to prayer because the worshippers make a pause after every four rakat in it. Hence the name Tawhid, pause or rest. It is important to read the salutation
salutation
is pronounced at the end of each two units during this prayer. Salatul Tarawih is a special form of prayer performed at night in the month of Ramadan after obliging Isha prayer.
obligatory
Allah's Messenger ﷺ held these prayers high estimate with the precaution,
however that their
however, that
performance
they should not become obligatory. Al-Bukhari respective reports from Abu Hurairah
Huraira
that he heard
that
Allah's
he heard
Messenger
Allah's Messenger
say
sallallahu alaihi
concerning
wasallam say
Ramadan,
concerning
whoever
Ramadan,
performs
whoever
the night
perform
prayer
the night
during
prayer
it with
during it with
firm
firm
belief,
belief of
faith,
faith
and
and in anticipation of reward. Yes, Abdullah. From Allah will have all of his previous sins forgiven. What is the reward of Taraweeh? That all of the previous sins will be forgiven. Okay, legality of performing Qiyam Ramadan in congregation. Okay, Abdullah, can you read it?
Okay. Legally of performing Qiyamah Ramadan in congregation.
Congregation.
It is reported on
Congregation
the
means
authority of
when people gather together.
that the Messenger of Allah went out in the middle of the night in the month of Ramadan and prayed in the mosque. Some men prayed with him. Then next morning, people spoke about this, and
More people gathered and prayed with him.
more people gathered with him. On the second night, they calculated the news and the plans, and so the number of people increased greatly. On the third night, Allah's Messenger came out. They prayed behind him. On the fourth night, the mosque was so crowded by the people it could not accommodate. Allah's Messenger came out only for Fajr prayer, and after he had finished the prayer, he faced the people and said, I testify that none has the right to worship except Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger. Indeed, your presence in the mosque at night was not hidden from me, but I was afraid that this prayer might become compulsory and you might not be able to carry it out. Al-Bukhari and Muslim.
Okay. Yes, Abdullah. Okay, Haika, can you continue from here? Allah's Messenger would always encourage.
Allah's Messenger sallallahu it's me.
Would always encourage the believers.
He would always encourage the believers to observe the night prayer to live in the night of Ramadan, but he did not command them to regard such observance as a compulsory duty.
Yes. The moment came when the Prophet
The
ﷺ
moment
was
came when the Prophet
destined to
was destined to console his
conclude was
earthly life at the same.
adopted throughout the caliphate of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq and well in the early period of the caliphate. Yes. Yes, okay, you can continue, Haika. Umar ibn
It's me,
al-Khattab.
Abdullah.
Okay, Haika was reading, I think.
No, I was reading. I was reading the whole time.
Okay, Umar ibn al-Khattab. Do you know where I'm reading?
Umar ibn Khattab was Umar who first assembled those who performed their prayers in the mosque of Medina, singly or in groups behind one reciter of the Quran. Al-Bukhari records that one night in the month of Ramadan, Umar went to the mosque and found the people performing prayers at different groups. Some were praying alone or again praying with the little group behind him. So Umar said, in my opinion, it would be better to gather these people under the leadership of one khatib. So he
Qari,
made
Qari.
up his mind to gather them behind Umar ibn Khab.
Ubay
Satutawa
ibn Ka'b.
of the Prophet
Ubay ibn Ka'b. Salatul Tarawih is sunnah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Offering it in congregation is legislated, and the Prophet only gave it up for fear that it might be made obligatory. Yes, okay. Okay, Abdullah, can you?
is a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, offering in it congregation. It is legend, and the Prophet ﷺ only gave it up for one fear, that it might be made by obligatory. It is recommended to offer the witr prayer in a group after the adhan,
Tarawih.
the time of the
Yes, the
and
practice generally maintained
is between
throughout
Isha
the
and
Muslim world.
dawn. The practice of offering the Salatul Bari is generally maintained through the Muslim world. It is also now the practice of the whole gracious Quran. It is recited in the Tawari prayers in many mosques around the world.
Yes, Asma, can you read it from here? Asma, read it. Okay.
Yeah, I did. Meaning of the word irtikaf, clings to good actions. Wait. We did this. We did this more. Okay, whatever. Meaning of the term irtikaf. Linguistically, the word irtikaf means clinging to. Someone doing irtikaf means clinging to good actions during the period of his irtikaf. In the Sharia, it denotes clinging to a particular act of obedience at a particular time with particular conditions in a particular place. Thus, technically, irtikaf means staying in the mosque for a certain number of days, especially the last 10 days of Ramadan, with the intention of worshipping Allah to get closer to Him. Legitimacy of i'tikaf. Allah Most High says in Surah Al-Baqarah, do not have relations with them, i.e., your wives, as long as you are sitting for worship in the mosques. Allah's Messenger ﷺ used to perform i'tikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan, in the year in which he died. He performed it for 20 days. This is related by Al-Bukhari, Abu Dawood, and Ibn Majah. Thus, i'tikaf is the sunnah of the Messenger of Allah ﷺ. During these days, the mu'tikaf, a person who enters the state of i'tikaf, dissociates himself from all worldly affairs. While someone in the state of seclusion, he should keep himself occupied with activities that will bring him closer to Allah, such as reciting the Quran, tasbih, tahleel, and tahmeed. He must avoid doing anything that does not concern him. Avoid anything that does not concern him. It is permissible for him to give religious instructions and to teach the recitation of the Quran because the benefit of this extends to others as well. It is also permissible for him to go outside of his place of seclusion when he really needs to do so, for such purposes as performing ghusl, for attending to, or for attending to the normal human need to relieve himself. The most suitable for the purpose of i'tikaf is the large congregational mosque, al-Masjid al-Jami', where the Friday prayer is held. Abu Dawud reported that Aisha radiallahu anha said, the sunnah for one who is observing i'tikaf is that he should not visit a patient, attend a funeral, touch or embrace his wife, or go out for anything except for something that which is absolutely necessary. There is no i'tikaf without fasting, and there is no i'tikaf except in a mosque where the congregational prayers are held. Abu Dawud, and it is Hassan. Qiyam Ramadan means the Qiyam the night of Ramadan, not night of Ramadan, the prayer of Ramadan. The Prophet ﷺ held that the Taraweeh prayer in high esteem, but was concerned it would become obligatory. The Taraweeh prayer should be performed in Dash, and the Quran should be recited in a Dash voice. The Tarawih prayer should be performed in the masjid, and the Quran should be recited in a loud voice. The term i'tikaf literally means clinging onto. The most suitable place for i'tikaf is the mosque. Ma! Why is the Tarawih prayer so called? The Tarawih prayer is called that because it's like a pause. Because like the breaks between the each two rak'ahs. Why did Umar radiallahu anhu gather people under one qadr? So it'd be more organized and people would have it would be more specific and organized. When should the witr prayer be offered? After Tarawih. What does i'tikaf mean in the Islamic context? Islamic context, it means clinging on to Allah, like clinging on to the sunnahs of the Prophet, clinging on to the Quran, clinging on to Allah to get closer to Him. With what deeds should a mu'takaf fill his day? Mm, Things like the tasbih, tashib, tahleel, and whatnot, prayer. Just they can also teach others the Quran, whatnot. Mom, lesson's over. The questions are over. Mom. I already finished the exercises. We already finished. all each other and just then like I laughed in my parents and then it's such fun so and so I did that and then I came back upstairs to go to the job and then I just replayed the amount of distance that I laughed in the pause and it was funny to I laughed again. And then she just had to put her, then she just held her head and have some disappointment, like, how did you up again? And then I went and then went downstairs and up last week, and I went back upstairs, and then I put her, I laughed again, and then I went back down, and then I went back, and then I was home, my breath practically having trying to talk into after. And then you showed us one and shade of disappointment as to what I was. Yeah. Yes. And I finished the lesson and the questions. Okay. Yeah.
The two Ds, drinks and drugs. Actually, let me see how long is this lesson. This is pretty long lesson, so we can't continue. We can't start this lesson now. It's okay. I think so. This is the end of your lesson. Uh, we will see you tomorrow. Your time of the class is up. Inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Okay.